My name is Tamara Warren, and I am from the Sacramento area in Northern California, and I am a craniosacral therapist and life coach. I actually got into Kyani for the business opportunity because I'm a single mom of 3, and I started taking the products, and I was feeling amazing myself. My inflammation was down in my body, and I had more sustainable energy, and I was actually sleeping through the night, which had been over 20 years since I had my first child. So that was huge for me. I have an autistic son, and it always kept everything natural for him, but his behavior started escalating, especially at school. And I started getting really concerned about his educational future because these behaviors were leading to suspension. And so I was getting stressed. And so I researched Kyani and autism and found a really powerful video by a doctor who had an autistic son who talked about the sunrise and the benefits that it helped him. So I started my son, who was 12 at the time, on 1 ounce sunrise in the morning. And after 2 days, I picked him up after school on the 3rd day. And he told me that he had an excellent day. You know, he earned points every day like a contract. He said he earned all these extra bonus points. And I was like, oh, great, how'd you do that? And he said they had an assembly. And I thought, how is that possible? Because he always has a meltdown because of all the stimulation, and if other kids are getting rewards, he gets really upset if he's not getting any. And he said, yes, I was so happy for all the other kids that were getting their rewards. And I was like, wow, who are you? And he, in the same day, he showed me interest in a sport. He had never been interested in sports. He was always very computer focused. And he said he really wants to try wrestling. And I was like, okay, we'll look into that. And he just seemed more happy, less stressed. And a couple weeks went by, and his special ed teacher came and found me because she knew we were in engineering club after school every day in the same week. And she said, what are you doing? I want to know what it is, and I want some too, because your son, huge improvements. And so I started telling her about the Kyani, and she ordered it for herself. And over time, my son at the time wore eyeglasses, and he did not need to wear them anymore, and he still doesn't. It's been about a year. And he got kicked out of his special ed class and got put in mainstream classes with some modifications and an aid, and is doing very well. And he earned Student of the Month for the entire middle school. And if he does have, his communication has bumped up so much. You can really hold a conversation with him. He's more engaging. He was a little timid, and he was on the small side, and now he's really growing and blossoming. We went to a party that were all adults, like a Christmas party, and at first he was kind of just sat and acclimated himself, and he's like, okay, I'm ready to meet people now. And he just went up to every single adult, held out his hand, shook his hand, said, hi, I'm Gabe Warren. It's nice to meet you. And everyone, we were just all blown away. And that was just huge steps for him. If he is having a little bit more sensitive of a day or emotional day, it's middle school, so. And the hormones are kicking in. He's 13 now, and he'll ask me, he says, you know what, Mom, I need some more sunrise. And so we just kind of then started bumping it up. We have a sunrise in the morning and sunrise in the evening, and he takes a couple of sunset, and he's just good to go. He's more focused and much more just calm and easygoing and doing very well, and he'll start high school in August. Especially if you have a child with special needs, doesn't matter what age they are, it's an all natural, it's basically food, and what do you have to lose? And this may help them and get the nutrients that they're deficient in. Especially if you're a mom and you have kids, you do not sleep, and this will help you. Sleep makes all the difference in the world. So, I would highly recommend giving it a try. You have nothing to lose. My name is Tamara Warren, and I live Kyani.